And we are live. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. Nibbler's been waiting for this for about like 6 months since I told him I had these games. Got quite a few of them. I have not played this one. The next one we'll play, I have played. It's an old Xbox game. 360, I think. But it's still dope. It's still dope. But I got my tea here. As you know, we're gonna be in London. About damn time you can kiss my ass, bro. A wizard does not arrive early or late. He arrives precisely when he wants to. Not that I'm a wizard, but it's a cool line from fucking Lord of the Rings. So what do you say? You ready to start, Nibbler? Let's go. New game. Frogware. That was cool, kind of magnifying glass. What up, Selena? Long time no see. How you doing? How you doing? There's gonna be some creepy kids in this. What's going on with these kids?
Ow! Ah! What's this? No.
Do kids actually go around and act like they're in an airplane? I don't remember ever doing that. Granted, I don't remember being that old. That was a long time ago. Is that a Dr. Watson puppet? It sure is.
Ah!
Get your ass kicked.
Ooh.
Did it fall? It looked a lot bigger when it was hanging.
Oh, look! It's a book! Maybe it's a book about pirates with a treasure map.
Was this the Goonies?
No, I don't think so.
You gonna find One Eye Willie?
I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to
But she
relate
didn't
the
change
most
pages. She's like,
disturbing
"Fuck you,
episode
bitch."
of my life thus far.
We are starting.
It all began
right here.
early one morning in 1898 when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
Holmes.
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson. And believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
Of course not, Watson. You never
You
did.
see, but you do not observe, Watson. There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
A matter of course? In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has
Why do they only
started
have one
inside
key?
the
Why
room,
does they lose
but
that
they
key?
have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now disappeared.
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
Ooh, Wazda. Alright, I gotta control this shit. Alright. Let's put some shit down. It doesn't move very quick, but I guess we don't need it to move quick.
This window was cut with a
Fish, can't lay there.
diamond. A clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
No fingerprints. You can always interact after clues examined. The icon will turn green. Please move Sherlock near the left window. You should see 2 blue clues simultaneously. To enter the examination mode with the multi-zone, press the left mouse button. You can switch cursors between items by using the Let's look at the window.
A mark, undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
How did he get in?
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Go to the chimney, you will see a hand icon and a magnifying glass. Oh, we need to speed that mouse cursor up. That was one of the options. A little bit better. We're just gonna grab his own we're gonna steal the dude's magnifying glass. He just lost his necklace, now we're gonna steal his magnifying glass too. Right mouse button. While playing, you can always activate any of your items from your inventory by rolling the center on your mouse wheel. Oh, nice. Near the piano, some music scores are on the floor. You can activate them by selecting it in your inventory. Alright, it's going to tell us how to do the whole...
I need something.
We need a magnifying
Let
glass
us
to look at
examine
that.
the crumpled scores that have fallen
doesn't
off
make
the
any sense.
piano. These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
Press R, the middle mouse button, to switch between first person mode. Oh. Use Waza, or keep the left mouse button pressed. Oh, okay. Left shift to make character run. Oh, point and click mode.
Candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier.
Why did we get a ding? What's the ding?
These documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself.
Thanks, Watson. The Marquis himself.
Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a dead fish floating on the surface. All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Why do we keep getting dinged? Oh, does that mean my sixth sense has run out?
When
Or
the
is it ready?
servants arrived at the
Maybe this is
door,
ready.
having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
What's behind the...
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
A lemon tree?
Strange. There aren't any prints. Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
Oh, we got a lot to do over here. Start at the top.
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
Ooh. Shoulder armor just gave out on me. What the fuck?
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started. Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
Ah, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes.
Already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
We missed a clue.
It's possible.
Was it on a time
We have
limit?
retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I'm pleased
Come on,
to see
Fish,
that
watch
you
your
find
tail.
the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes.
Don't
Very
get mad
well
at me
then.
when your tail
Explain.
gets touched.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Oh, Holmes,
Exactly,
stop teasing us.
because he is small and remarkably agile,
Like
You're
a
thinking
fucking
of
monkey?
a monkey?
Yeah.
and a trained monkey at that, without a doubt, a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America. The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting
Reminds me
the
of Indiana
signal from his
Jones.
master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the
Needs
monkey
the dates.
that it
Come
was
on,
time
Fish,
to
you're
begin
licking
the
your
procedure
asshole on my
for which
mouse
he had
pad.
been trained.
Come on, go lay down.
The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the
Nothing
notes.
like killing
He
the
headed
mood,
across
huh?
to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle.
When did he get out?
Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
Bravo, bravo.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Did you get your hands
Because
wet?
we paid insufficient
gotta be in
attention
the fish
to
tank.
the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson, a poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
How do
The
you
aquarium
tell
is
it's
just
crushed?
beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium where they remain now.
He didn't even roll his sleeve up. That's the boss right there. And you know, his arm doesn't even look wet. It's even more boss.
Marquis, here is your necklace, intact.
Ding!
Just a
We got
little
something.
wet.
Mr. Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Like that
Good.
mustache.
I will return it to its box and...
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's all in a day's work. Alright, I don't think it's going to be so easy from here on out. That was the tutorial. Don't worry. I got a walkthrough. I ain't fucking around.
This
We'll be
morning's
stuck on these
newspaper.
puzzles for fucking
Holmes,
hours.
have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet. And I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
I guess we gotta read the paper. I don't want to talk to Holmes. Oh, the Globe Explorer, September 1898, newspaper. The home of the Marquez Cunningham, the investigation is a fiasco. Yesterday, the celebrated detective Sherlock Holmes was invited to the manor. Despite his conclusions, following the investigation into the disappearance of the priceless Samoan necklace, it should be recalled that the lady calling the detective at the police appeared flummoxed in the face of astonishing circumstances surrounding the theft. Indeed, the valuable piece of jewelry disappeared while the door to the room in which it was displayed was locked. The alarm was raised by the servants, alerted by the room, yada yada yada. We know all that. Rushed in, extinguished the fire. It's gone! Ah! The most astonishing factor is that no thief was found within the room. However, in the twinkling of an eye, the case is covered. I will not waste my time on the various explanations of its disappearance because I would be free to draw your attention, dear readers, to the last present developments in this case. Following the departure of Sherlock Holmes, who placed the necklace in the safe himself, the Marquis noticed the jewel was nothing but a poor copy of the original. Let it not be forgotten that the Samoan necklace, although plain without ornament, is unique because of the rarity of its pearls. Pearls are which are found only in the small part of the lagoon of the archipelago of the same name. And the scientists sensational density crystal agonite, and they're made of the priceless necklace, acquired from the beginning of the century by Lord Fenton Arwick, Marquis grandfather, blah 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 blah. Should we all not, in open-mindedness, ask yourselves if the necklace was not simply and deliberately exchanged for fake by Mr. Holmes himself? I'm aware, dear readers, that the brutality of this question, without any preconceptions, may certainly shock some of you. The facts there, blah 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 blah. Okay, so they're saying we stole the necklace. At this time, we do not hesitate to consider a tactic complicity on part of the latter. For those who are familiar with Mr. Holmes, it's apparent that his character traits show more of the opportunist and a brilliant usurper than that of an altruistic defender of the law. I would suggest the reader should blah blah blah. The story is lonely the truth. This is fucking long. I don't know if I want to read this. Inspector Baines replacing Inspector Stroud is currently convalescent. Yeah, using heroin and coke. Why was it already a fake? Why did he put it himself? Alright. Oh, what's this for? Only got silver out of it? Are they all
Prince
silver?
Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know,
'Cause he's a
Watson,
dick.
that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that
Holes in the
rag?
wall. What's in the
Inspector,
necklace?
I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
The bishop.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Lesson learned.
Mr.
to
Holmes,
make
the
them put it
Marquis
back in the
believes
case.
Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were
Fake
the last
news
person
media
to have the
strikes
necklace in your
again.
hands.
Let's return to the Marquis's house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness?
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised.
What?
It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
Ooh.
What a lovely marriage. Holmes,
Well, let's look at it.
forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewelry?
I guess let's take
Watson,
a
I
look.
have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
Looks like the
What do you think, Holmes?
All right, let's look at it. It's light, obviously. That's why we tangled it.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality.
They look like marbles. Marbles, 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 marbles.
This pearl is a different color. This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
We weren't.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector. You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
Hey, now we're Watson. What do we got over here? Let's search the house.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things. Holmes's homemade analyzer.
Well, there's the map, but I want to grab the map. These are our rooms. It's supposed to be my room.
Here is where I write my stories about Holmes's cases. And I've got work to do.
On writing or with the case? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff here. What do we got?
General practitioner? That won't be of any use to me. Hospitals and dispensaries in London.
Okay.
Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else.
The fucking porn book?
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
That's how he treats his own mantle. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't want a fucking knife in there. This is gotta be Holmes's room, I guess, then, huh? Well, there's the hat. There's the violin. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get the map.
I have found your map.
Alright, the bishop.
The police? Already? How did you know?
Oh, we're not
May we
police.
see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
Holy
Bishop,
shit.
appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance.
Focus.
Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave. And not to touch anything.
Who the fuck are
I must
you?
get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question! I don't even know you! I'm going to call the police, whether you like it or not.
It would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one. Therefore, we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Alright, make the right deductions based on the facts you have. Wealth, Bishop didn't own anything of value. Not even in a safe. Okay. Alright, we got lots to do here. Let's start at the body.
This stove is filled to overflowing.
What does that mean? What the fuck's going on with his fingers, man? There's a cork bottle there. We can't do anything with the cork bottle.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You! But what does it matter, Holmes?
A size 9, eh?
This poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet.
That's
These
gross.
burns are terrible. A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Alright, let's grab the finger.
Apparently, it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful.
Jesus Christ. Why do his hands look so huge, too?
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
My God,
Looks
Holmes,
like
this
the
man
Tom
was
Cruise's character in
horribly
Tropic
tortured.
Thunder.
His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers. The fingers have been crushed and violently struck.
Fucking gross.
His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten
Are you
alive.
Can you be swollen
Yet
when you're
I've
dead?
noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
Oh, we don't have the magnifying glass anymore.
His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade.
Behind him.
You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth.
Yeah.
My dear friend, everything points to this man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes.
Maybe we got the whole finger thing going on too. Alright, that's all
Something
green.
is missing here.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety.
He was known for it, mind you. Yeah, he looked a lot worse off than that fish. Oh, there's stuff on the floor there too.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
There is blood on this paperweight. This paperweight was used to crush the victim's fingers. A broken file and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Chemical components, I think.
Okay, so we've been around there. Oh, over here.
The picture of Peregrine Maitland. commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
I had a professor in college whose fingers looked like that. No joke. They were broken so many times, they were just, yeah. Oh, what do we got?
A whip?
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation. This metal rod is for fastening the chilies. It's a cilice designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance. This very pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Impossible to open it. Impossible. I am missing some information.
Apparently.
Reverend, I'm missing something, an implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you
Whoa,
afraid of,
Reverend?
Reverend? What is inside the chest?
Why is this guy
I'm not
so
afraid of
rude?
anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Alright, let's kick this guy's ass.
I cannot leave now.
Why not?
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson. Footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes,
Now, where'd
if
we
you
get
know
that
how to
from?
make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police.
Ooh. We're not really into that yet.
This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe. This print... hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
Hobnail.
A fragment of stone. Peculiar. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
That all?
Hobnail boots. Size 9.
Okay, we got a niner,
Size 9.
another niner,
Size 9.
another niner.
Size 9.5.
Ooh.
Size 9. Size 9.5.
So we got
This print came from an
3 different prints.
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks.
What do the footprints reveal? One man joined these. One man joined those who were already in the room. One man left the room wearing different shoes. One man was carried so to leave footprints. All men left the room jumping on one leg. I think somebody stole the dude's shoes.
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
Shut up, Watson. I don't need that shit. That fucking negativity. Alright, let's talk to you in a minute here. Ooh, bloody scalpel.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood. There isn't any doubt the wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel.
The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
He's not going to help us.
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson. This door has not been forced. Where does it lead, Reverend?
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
The bishop's bedroom. It is very austere. Nothing in particular here.
Alright, that's everything but the safe, that room. Yeah.
You have no right to search here.
What do you got, Watson?
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here. Bishop's shoes are missing. One of the murderers left in different shoes. One of the members is a member of the clergy now. One of the members left wearing Bishop's shoes. Yeah, I think he stole the shoes. Murderers are poor. Yeah, poor murderers, yeah. The veranda wasn't searched. Murderers were looking for something specific. Murderers got the wrong person. They were looking for something specific. I think they got it. Yeah, there you go. Alright, chest. Murderers were unable to open the chest safe. The victim was savagely tortured. The bishop was mortifying himself. He was used to pain. The bishop resisted the torture. The bishop punished himself too severely. They say he resisted the torture. The murderers came here to kill the bishop. The murderers got what they wanted. The murderers did get what... I don't think they got what they wanted.
It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go.
Why does he want Baines?
Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation.
Alright, we're breaking in.
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see.
Let's go. Oh, I see. We gotta make this shape here. Okay, so we need to bring this one down. This one needs to go. Oh.
That's not right. Start again.
Okay, that's the flat part. Okay, 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 I got this.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
There we go.
There isn't anything much in this room. It must be used as a reading or meditation room.
Yeah, let's see about that.
An ink stain, quite fresh. This stain is just on the edge of the rug. Let's see. There is nothing on the floor, yet the ink must have soaked through the rug.
That's interesting.
This inkwell was tipped over recently.
And there's the ink spot, so the carpet's been moved.
This ink... An ink stain. The ink stain on the floor comes from the ink on the rug, but they are not in the same place. Someone has moved the rug recently.
What's underneath the rug?
That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard. That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard. I need something.
I need something too. What is that thing? All right, we need like I'm gonna assume it's a chess piece, right? What do we have in our inventory? Anything? We got a fucking finger. I didn't mean to go in here, but. Back here, right?
Apparently, someone wanted
There
to
it
hide
is.
this statue. This horse resembles a large chess piece.
Mm-hmm.
There is a message underneath this statue. Let's see.
What a lack of imagination. Use your passion for chess. The last square, which the knight will place himself after having covered all the other ones, will be the right one. I love you. I love you too.
This message was written by a woman, but for whom was it intended? Interesting, this chess game. That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have... I need...
Alright, so it's a night, so we can only go to certain places, right? And it said the last spot covered will be the right one. So let's just keep going around and around. get that one. Let's just keep going around the outside. I feel like if we end up in the middle, it won't be a very good spot for us. Now, we are getting somewhere. I think we might be going to here, though.
That's not right. Start again.
Yeah, alright. Replay. So here we go last time. Let's do the same thing. Let's keep it to the outside, though. Alright, so we can go up on there. We can go back to where we started from, obviously. Now, this should give us a whole other pattern. Come on, baby.
This last piece should be the good
That's
one.
what I'm talking about.
It will have to be pulled
There
free.
we go.
I need...
We got our pocket knife. The 24th of April, my love. What a beautiful spring, and what a marvelous day. Our youngest child's birthday. Hold on, the bishop? Every moment is so precious that our child blossoms without a doubt. He will soon be talking. I'm sure that his first words will be for you. He misses you so much, as do I. Are you sure you cannot get away Sunday after Vespers? I thought that, that's it. Okay, 14 said, my darling, I know you think I'm insistent, but we absolutely must legitimize our union. We cannot live in all of sin in all of our lives. All right, rest assured, my dear, that I understand this position is not easy, but they brought it to birth, children of mine. I cannot allow our children's future to be compromised. Think about it, my love. What's so-called scandal next to be well-being of your family? We must become husband and wife legally to finally form a real family. Anything new here? Broken flask has some blood on its top. Oh, I don't know anything about that yet. Oh, we can recap the conversation next.
A packet of letters addressed to the Reverend. They were written by a woman who mentions his illegitimate children. Their affair isn't official. Perfect. I have you now, my wayward Reverend.
Where's Baines?
Ah, Watson. You were gone a terribly long time, and Inspector Baines isn't with you.
I'm afraid not, Holmes. We were unable to find him.
Dr. Watson would not allow me to contact any inspector other than this Baines. What manners! I am a man of the church.
My dear Reverend, I notice that you are a chess lover. I trust you will excuse me, but I am never able to resist the appeal of a half-finished game.
You are an expert at chess. Very well, then. What do you want now?
As you might have guessed, resolving your small chess problem has allowed me to discover some very interesting letters.
Letters? What do they say?
Reverend, why hide these letters here and run the risk of the bishop finding them?
Holmes, what's in the letters?
Not now, Watson.
Where else could I have hidden them? My own chambers are too austere. They could offer no cover. I knew, however, that His Excellency, may he rest in peace, would not notice my game.
The contents of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's chest interest me greatly. Give me the elements you hold, Reverend.
Out of the question.
It's
With the
guard
bishop
corruption.
no more, you are therefore the apostolic director of the diocese, are you not?
Well, yes, but only until someone else is appointed.
I am certain that the Honourable Bishop of York, whom I have the privilege of knowing well enough for him to listen to what I have to say, would recognise your qualities for the post.
If I receive new responsibilities, it will be through my faith and devotion, nothing else.
I am a gentleman, and it would distress me to be obliged to pass this correspondence across to your superiors.
Holmes, I know that the end justifies the means, but
Tell me
allow
what
me
it is,
to
Watson.
express some reservations about how you are proceeding.
You say you're a gentleman, but I hear nothing but the words of a blackmailer. The stems that you are looking for are scattered about this room. Manage by yourself.
Yeah, fuck you. There's one right next to me. Oh, there's two of them. Who do we need? Ah, that's what that thing was. Nice.
You have won.
Evidently, as I always do. What are you able to tell us about
That
the
was
Bishop
easy.
of Knightsbridge's last days? Did anyone come to visit him? Did he seem worried, anxious? Do not omit the smallest detail.
His nephew came to see him yesterday at His Excellency's request. I
Nephew,
found
eh?
this visit a little peculiar because the young man rarely visits his uncle.
Do you know why that might be? Were they on bad terms?
I don't think so. It's rather a consequence of his work. The young man is employed within the archive section of the Royal Library, which doesn't leave him with a lot of free time.
Do you know the reason for his summons?
No, but the conversation was very heated. It only lasted for a few minutes and ended with the nephew in a terrible rage.
Interesting.
I've answered your questions. Will you now let me contact the authorities?
I'm afraid not, Reverend. Not just yet. All right, now we can open the safe.
Can we? Can we? Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're gonna get one in each row. And maybe they can't be in line with each other? Like, so that one can't be there, there, or there. That one can't be there. Hey! That's there, that one's got it 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 there, there, and there. Okay, so we fucked this up. Okay. Damn it. So can we put this one anywhere else? I think I might have been onto something there. Ah, fuck. I misclicked that one. Okay. This just can't work at all. Man, we get so close every time. Because that's got to go there, and then this one would have to go there, and that just doesn't work. Skip puzzle? No, we ain't skipping shit. Okay. Those are my only two choices, I believe, right? Because I can't go there, I can't go there, I can't go there, I can't go there, and I can't go there. Alright, so then we're down to the bottom two again, and this will never work out. There's 7 of them. Okay, put that one there. Now we're just going in circles.
Now I can open the chest.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
Here we are. I am eager to discover
Bingo.
what remarkable treasure
Bango.
could justify such an act of barbarity.
Extraordinary.
This chest is impenetrable. How is it possible? No one other than the bishop should be able to open it.
You open the chest with disconcerting ease, Holmes.
I've seen and heard quite enough. This time you won't stop me.
Catch him, Watson.
What the?
But why?
Run, Watson. Hurry.
Why are we getting rid of Watson again?
He's escaped. I hope that your motivations are founded, Holmes. I don't much like skirting around the edges of the law like this.
It is annoying. Let's leave without delay.
What have you found in the chest, Holmes? What in there is so precious for these men to commit such terrible acts?
The Reverend was telling the truth. Nothing important was locked inside the chest, apart from a few religious items which are hardly worth stealing.
So, we haven't made any headway. Perhaps the police will.
By the time the police arrive, we shall be a long way from here, Watson. We are leaving.
Okie dokie. (221B) Baker Street.
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabbie out of my own pocket.
Damn, Watson.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's house.
Analyze the clues. All right, let's start with the rope.
I have cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough.
What do we want to do with it? Put some acid on it?
I can't do that.
Scalpel, pincers.
A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth. This rope is only worn on one side. This rope... I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Okay.
I need some. I haven't finished. I can't do that.
What haven't we tried?
I can see something. I can see something. I haven't finished my
Oh.
I need... I can't.
So we can't put water on it.
I can't. I can't
We
do
can't
that.
brush it.
I need.
Alright.
I can't do that. I can't do. This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products.
Acid.
This stone appears.
Ooh.
This stone is granite covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place.
Okay.
I can't do that. I can't do that. There is something written on this scalpel. I should clean it.
Brush it.
Ah, I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel.
Sure we do. Alright, finger time. Ooh, clean it.
I can't do that.
What's in the finger?
Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. I can't do that. I must compare the samples of earth that I found.
Oh, can't do anything else but we're done with the finger?
I can't do that. I can't. I can't. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. Fragments of skin, a phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off, it was ripped off.
Bite marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am
That's
certain
fucked
that
up.
when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery. I must compare the samples of earth that I found. And if I mixed this earth with another substance, I can't do that.
I just wanted to play with the acid.
Now it must all be stirred. The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
Okay.
This soil could
What's
come
that
from the
tell us?
bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
The trench, eh?
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then?
Indeed.
I'll get it.
I mean, why can't he get his own ass up and get it? We found that book earlier. Oh, we have new paper? Oh, fake necklace to mow with Ridey's light has not been recovered. Alright. Cover itself, so-called investigations. What? We were calling the second stain case. If they're indeed strangely similar. Alright. This checks out our dude
Read
out
the
for us.
paper, Holmes.
It was that one.
Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis.
Well, I didn't tell you to get up.
No, it is unnecessary.
Where was the chemicals then? That thing? Alright. Tenable evidence, add liquid for the test type, use all active agents. I missed that. Alright, so that goes in. And then let's add some orange. Two greens, a blue, and then one of those. Alright. Three and two. Three and two again. All right, let's do the yellow. Two green, one blue. And last but not least, a little pinky. Three green, three gold.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Aggressiveness. Revolts with the analysis of the poison, a substance that provokes a heightened aggression close to madness, death by cardiac arrest.
Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
I don't think we found that book. Had to be in his room. We didn't really look around in his room very much. Is there a book there? No. Oh, here's a book. Is that it?
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
I guess not. All right. What's that? No, Watson.
The harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. A horrible murder.
They kept it? Oh, here it is. Hans Schloman, the rat killer. I guess that's our guy.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schielmann tomorrow. I haven't finished my analysis.
I probably need to do a deduction board. Oh, wrong button. Bishop nodded at himself. Finger. The bishop tore his aggressor's finger off with his teeth. The bishop wanted to kill himself. The bishop fought his aggressor savagely. The bishop went mad. The bishop went mad. That drug caused madness. Broken flask has some blood on its top. The murderers made the bishop drink blood. The murderers made the bishop drink the contents of the flask. I think that's more what happened. The flask contains poison that causes madness. The murderers had a poison that causes madness. Murderers are lunatics or vampires. Okay.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves.
Where'd we get there? Take cracker. Deduction apprentice. The Hoisman. I was sure that I might rely on you. You found all the items from my past adventures. Hold on, we got more deductions than that? It's not. So now let's read the book. Ooh. The rope is only worn on one side. The rope was manufactured with a worn side? No, that's just silly. The rope was always used from the same side. The rope was used during water and it was rotted. Okay. The damp earth brought in by the bishops of Knightsbridge killers. Well, we said it was from a pit. Well, there's rock and stuff, so it can't be a well, right? I mean, there wouldn't be big chunks of rock. So it'd say lower into a pit. Fragment of granite painted black. A granite wall? Say a monument. Granite from a building, earth and stone over a pit near a monument. The earth, the rope, the fragment, and granite come from a grave. Ooh, are we going to the cemetery? Ongoing repairs or tombstone factory? I would say in a grave.
Now I can make the right decision.
Well, duh, right here.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
You remember Wiggins and his gang? The Baker Street irregulars?
Wiggins?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my uncle.
Hello,
Have you
Holmes.
found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes. No one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course.
So where are we going?
I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you
I'm
tired?
exhausted.
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
I want to listen to.
What the fuck haven't you been doing then, you dumbass?
My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Interesting. Whitechapel Street, Kensington Gardens, Westgate Jail.
Let us go to the bishop's nephew's house.
Yeah, let's see what this little fuck's up to.
We have arrived.
The bishop's nephew lives here.
Yes, he rents a ground floor room.
What the hell's he doing? Burying a body?
Can I help you, gentlemen?
How do you do, madam? We should like to see one of your lodgers, Henry Hampford.
Well, he's away. And you must understand, I don't open my door to strangers, especially with all these prowlers about.
Prowlers, eh?
That is the reason for our visit.
You're the police?
No, Henry is a friend of ours. He expressed his concern to us about these intruders. We're here at his request.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Henry, while he might seem strange at first, is a thoughtful and kind man. He must have noticed how worried I've been. Why, just this morning some of my washing was stolen, and I'm sure it was those ones who took it.
It seems like the best place to start our investigation. May we step into your garden and then perhaps look into our friend's room?
I don't see anything wrong with your looking over the garden, but his room... You understand, he didn't warn me.
I understand.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Slam the door on.
Let's have a look in the garden.
Alright, let's take a walk around the garden.
Without a doubt, it is the linen belonging to Henry's landlady.
Without a doubt, eh, Watson?
There should be a spade here.
But there's not.
A small pickaxe.
That looks like a hoe.
There should be a spade here.
Locked.
Closed.
It is 1 degree outside. What the fuck?
The wire seems long enough. Tins of food tied to one another. They look to me as though they're rudimentary traps used to indicate the presence of intruders.
Oh, what a jumble.
Yeah. There's a rake.
A rake? Why take it, Holmes?
Anything up in the fucking trees?
Indeed, there appears to be some linen missing.
Is there a bra hanging there?
There is something interesting here. I need something. No, I can't do that.
Where's our knife?
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do... Good, we can pass.
Oh, is this other gate locked?
Closed.
That's where we were headed.
The remains of a small meal. Someone has stayed here rather a long time.
What day's paper is that?
This newspaper is 4 days old. The bishop's nephew was being watched long before his uncle's murder.
We estimate that nearly half the population of London is threatened by a serious food crisis. At the present, the most deprived areas is a critical situation. Surge rages throughout the area as capital risks famine.
Nothing of interest here.
What is that up in the tree?
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. It is obviously the clothing stolen from the landlady. We must return it. It is obvious... This clothing is torn. The man who stole it must have caught it on a tree when he stood upon the fence.
And at the moment when he jumped, he left this jacket in the tree.
Ding, ding. What did that get us? Garden gumshoe, the usual happy mixture of cunning and audacity. You recovered all that was stolen.
To let.
Alright, let's go. There's a peephole too, huh?
It is just as I thought. Here's an ideal view of Henry's room.
Oh, Henry's in trouble.
Is this the washing you were looking for?
Oh, yes, that's it. Where did you find
This
it?
is not the washing
On the ground,
you were looking
doubtless blown there by the wind.
They didn't steal it then. I'd have felt better knowing that those lurkers were nothing more than clothes thieves.
That is not the case, madam. This affair seems to be rather more serious than that. It appears that these intruders were spying on Henry. Now, please, let us see his room.
Gracious me, whatever next? Come in. Take the first door on the left. It's open. He never locks it.
Never?
No, never. Well, you know him. He doesn't do things like everyone else. He lives in a world of his own.
Yeah, we know him all
When
right.
did you see him last? Did he say anything to you?
Yesterday morning, he just muttered a few words. I can't always understand what he's saying. When he does talk, that is. I can ask him a question, but he just stares off somewhere. The floor, the ceiling, as if I wasn't there. At first, I found it strange, but I've gotten used to it.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. He's sometimes nervous too, isn't he?
Oh, yes. As soon as anything upsets him. Even when he's alone in his room, he gets cross. And then the next second, he is standing stock still. He stares off into space and calms down again as fast as he became angry.
That's strange.
Closed.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can open it, Sherlock, from the inside. Alright, what's this guy got to hide? Some dirty drawers on the floor?
He got his scarf out, but he forgot to take it.
Did he forget to take it?
Someone emptied a bag here. There is something interesting here.
Where?
There is something interesting here. There is something interesting here.
Okay, well, use the knife.
There is something interesting here. There is something...
How am I gonna get it open?
Box. Let's see.
Use the hoe. Another puzzle.
I am missing some information. I am missing some information. I am missing some information.
Alright, well, at least they just won't even let us try. But they're hitting us to the ground. Ooh. Wrong button.
A violin. It is a lovely one, but where's its case?
Where is its case?
It is an impressive library for someone living alone.
And he's read all that. Impressive.
No hat, no coat.
But he left his scarf.
This rubbish bin was emptied, and then someone threw a torn piece of paper in it, and judging by the smell, there was also an onion.
Onion?
Onion.
Let us put these torn pieces of paper on the table. This candle is still hot. It's been used recently.
During the day? Whatever for? What is this strange installation?
Suddenly puzzles, literally. Alright, we gotta find the borders. The color's like a border, right? Hey, that's an accident. Hey. Alright, so this is going to go on the bottom, I think, because it's got that splotch. we're getting somewhere. That's got to be the bottom here, right? Yeah. Okay. Alright, we got 2 more edge pieces, and none of them look like edges. That's gotta go over here, right? No? There we go. Oh, I got it. There it is. Does that mean that piece is wrong? Or are these pieces wrong? Maybe I'm not doing as good as I thought I was. Oh, shit. Here we go. It's gotta go there then. That's gotta go there. That's gotta go there.
Both sides of the paper are blank. All this for nothing, Holmes.
I mean, we could have told
Perhaps
that without
not,
putting it
Watson.
together, fucking Watson. clippy clips. And where's our matches? Now what do we got? Something Street. Stinging Street. Wharf.
The address of a dock on the Thames.
Stinging Street, Wharf 321 South Bank.
A box. Let's see.
Do we need something still?
I am missing some...
Just thrown on the ground. He's got a lot of books. He does.
What do you think, Holmes?
I don't think anything. I think we need to get in that box, and I don't know how.
A box. Let's see. I am missing...
Ah!
He scratched the lock's cipher codes for himself. Watson, write them down for us. He scratched...
It is noted. It is noted. It is noted. I have noted down everything.
This lock is very complex. The young Henry is remarkably intelligent.
Huh? Was this 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Anybody good at math puzzles? Alright, so 4 plus 1 equals 5. 2 plus 6 equals 8, though. Let's say this is 1 then. So 3 and then 2. For which one, Nibbler? I think this is gonna be like 9, right? This doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay. All right, we did all that. Yeah, I'd get that. Alright, let's get a hint on how can we solve this without giving us the answer. Watch his notes. There are 4 sets of numbers, each labeled with a Roman numeral. Alright. Duh. Number sets clearly correspond to the 4 dials in the left to right order, so you'll need to figure out what number is indicated by each number set. Okay, however, you can't add the same number to get the next number each time, nor can you multiply. Ah, so this isn't 6, this is going to be 7? No, it's going to be 8. Alright, so it's 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Okay, so we got 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Oh, no. What was it, 6, 7, 8, 9? 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 8, 9. Hey, we said that one was 1. I think we got that one right. Totally on accident, but I think we got that one right. All right, let's show another hint here. No, so it's 1 on 2 because they need to add the rows need to add up to be 9. Alright, so this one's clearly going up by 2, then 3. And this goes up by 1, and then 2. That goes up by 3, and that goes up by 1. That goes down by 3, and then up by like 15. All right. Yeah. So first hit on this one, it doesn't look like the other ones. Okay, so if you go around this square, they all are lower. Okay, so we got 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3. So this is gotta be a 4. Alright, so this one subtracts by 2. And it goes up by 4, then up by 3. $15. That would be 11 plus 6 is 17, 21. Got in this last one, Nibbler. Number 4. Oh, my brain hurts. I'm tired of thinking. Let's cheat. there a pattern? I don't see a pattern. Well, okay, we got 10 minus 7 is 3. Eight minus 7 is 1, so it doesn't work the same there. I got nothing. Okay, so it's the rows we gotta look at. What about the rows? Minus 2, minus 2. Plus 4. Plus 4. This is 2's in between. Fours in between. There's a 1. Oh, you need to add 1 each time. So this would be 3.
Empty. But according to the label, this box contained a Colt Patterson.
We made it!
It is a powerful weapon, Holmes. And judging by the receipt, it was new.
My dear Watson, in the garden and in this room, pieces are missing.
Yeah, it had to be
that
9 or
should
less,
never have
Nibbler.
left their
That was fucking
places.
hard.
What do you think?
My dear Watson, in the garden and in this room, pieces are missing that should never have left their places. What do you think? The gun, the violin case, and the shovel?
Quick, Watson, there's not a moment to lose. Go and thank that charming lady while I try to recapture our new friend.
Recapture? What makes you think that he has run away?
I believe that our man suffers from behavioral problems. You must have seen or heard about those poor fellows who spend their time counting the gravel stones in the garden or moving objects from one place to another hundreds of times in one day. Well, the bishop's nephew suffers from a moderate form of this condition. Nothing would be more disturbing to him than to leave a personal space in such chaos, and yet this is what he has done with this room. For it to reach such a state of neglect can only indicate that he was in a most desperate situation.
And do you think that you can catch him?
Yes, the candle here is still warm, so he left only a few minutes before our arrival. But it is the missing violin case and the large pistol which concern me. We know that he is quick-tempered and volatile. It is never wise to leave a gun quite capable of killing a bull in the hands of someone like that.
That is the truth,
Did he
Sherlock.
leave to go to the address which was written in the invisible ink, do you think?
Undoubtedly, Watson. And as for the missing spade, I can tell you that it will be used for digging. Are you ever going to stop delaying me with endless questions?
Jesus Christ, don't be a jerk.
So, gentlemen, have you found anything?
We have learned enough to promise you that they will not return.
That makes me feel better. Thank you, gentlemen.
We are going to pay a visit to that mysterious address, Watson. But first, we must detour to Lambeth.
Lambeth? What are we going to do there?
Pick up an old friend. He will be a precious help in our locating Mr. Hamford.
Good. And who is this friend?
A friend who helped us in the case you so romantically titled The Sign of the Four.
I don't remember that case. But I'm getting sleepy, y'all. We're going to call it a night right here. Oh, we got the dog Toby up in the house.
Here we are at the address that the nephew took such care to hide.
I wonder what it is that links this place with the bishop's murder.
The reason for the quarrel between the young man and his uncle is somewhere here in this industrial area. And that is what he has come to look for this evening.
It's an enormous area, and there are dozens of potential hiding places. How on earth are we going to find him?
The old dog Toby is the best sleuth hound in
Toby!
town.
Toby
If the
Wong?
extraordinary Mr. Hamford is here, Toby will find him without any doubt.
But I've rarely seen such an old dog. Do you really trust his sense of smell, Holmes?
Absolutely. Besides, you are going to follow him. Take the bark and go around that disused factory. If the nephew wishes to run away, he can do so only through there. If you find him, hold on to him until I rejoin you.
Very well.
Let's go, Toby.
Get ready, Watson. Let the battle commence. Toby's sense of smell is legendary, but he needs to know what he is looking for. Search, Toby. Search. There's a good dog.
Autosave. I control Toby. Oh, you can play a little bit here. That better not have just crashed. I clicked save. Oh, we had an autosave. Right, that one. All right, we're good. We're good. So, we got lucky. Drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a sub if you're new. I'm out of here.